It is Wednesday, April 9th, and yes, darling, we just witnessed a public heist. We'll talk about it. Come on, darling. You already know that they're not going to do anything about it. You know that they're just fine. They're just fine with what you just watched take place, another taxpayer-funded grift and shift of money right on up into the top. While the grandpa-in-chief, best part, twatlers out a warning signal to his friends to go ahead and buy before he makes the announcement. The announcement that he made without consulting with his trade secretary. You saw the guy, they're talking to him in Congress and they're like, so you didn't know that they were going to be doing this? Oh no, I didn't know. I didn't know. I found out on Twatler just like everyone else. Like, oh my gosh, it's embarrassing for so many reasons. It's embarrassing for so many reasons. But yes, let's absolutely talk about the fact that no, it wasn't a mistake or an accident that it slipped out the other day, right? And they immediately, you saw it go up a little bit and people were like, ooh, look, tariffs are working. And it was because of that leaked, well, now we know true, but the leaked rumor of the 90-day pause. That was almost immediately after. That was like, what, Tuesday? Okay. And they were like, no, that's not true. And back down it went. And then today, what, an hour or two before they make the announcement without talking to anyone, they just, said, we're going to do it today. After they were just saying that half the world was crying and begging, please, sir, please let us make a deal with you. What happened to that? I'm also waiting to find out what happened to, we're going through this because they're bringing manufacturing back to the States and they're bringing jobs back to the States and people should buy American and all of the shit that we were listening to, chestnut checkers, I'm sure they're still using that one. So I'm sure today, he's amazing. It's the greatest soar ever. Didn't you see how much it jumped? It's so big. It's the biggest jump in history. Like, yeah, it went back up after heat. When you break something and you glue it back together, you don't really get gold stars for that. When you shatter the cookie jar, you don't get to go, I glued it back together, look, and everyone goes, ooh, amazing. No, you broke it. You're supposed to fix it. But what's more important is they're breaking it on purpose. It doesn't matter who suffers because once again, the people at the top are getting whatever they want, and it's the poorest of us that are the ones supporting it the most. Oh, first libs were upset that costs of everything went up. Now they're upset they're down. Now they're upset they're up. I just love lib tears. Like, this isn't even about lib tears. We're just watching you guys fan flames on this. Like someone struck the tinder on the fucking whatever it is, the flint on the tinder, and y'all are just fanning it and bringing gasoline and not noticing that you're still standing inside the house that you're trying to burn. You're in here with us. They're just spreading the fire, talking about, ooh, owning libs. Look, I'm gonna own the libs over here. Put some more gasoline over there. Owning libs. Ha-ha, lib tears. Woo-hoo, all over the walls. All right. I mean, I don't know why we're so happy to burn your own house down. I don't. Ray Ray's expensive, ain't it? It's expensive, and it's something else. It's an altered state of mind to be able to actively set yourself aflame because you believe you're harming someone else. So in addition to this absolute crime that only we can do something about, if at some point we get a little more tired about this let them eat cake attitude we're watching with their regular parties and their golf trips and all their expenditures. Okay, I made the mistake of checking some of the print media headlines because I only read stuff from outside of the States now. I don't do any of this because it's all aligned with them. Even the stuff that's supposed to be negative is still pretty aligned with them. So right now it's them praising frozen water for rounding up all these vicious vandals and criminals. And yeah, if all you do is read that and listen to Fox, you would really think that these third graders they're pulling out of school are a danger to society. And, as a person of color, a woman of color, as someone who knows what it's like to have a demographic of people that will look down their nose at you and go, ugh, aren't all of you dirty and uneducated and violent and all the other things they like to say? I don't like seeing it. just assigned to additional persons and bringing that back. Okay, I mentioned it on the talk piece. Did I include the video link? I hope I did. Uh-oh. I might have forgotten the video link. If I did, sorry, let me add it. I just realized I might have done that. There was a post I did where I mentioned a piece that someone else had done about a documentary on Mr. Senchi importing migrant workers to work at a hotel in Dubai, one of his, bringing them there, and then taking all their paperwork, taking their passports, taking everything that would allow them to leave, and telling them that they would have to buy back their freedom. He then would charge them while they were working there so that they never really got a chance to save up enough money to buy their own passports back to go home and leave. And this is something that he's already done, and this is something that we're going to see brought back here, because at the end of the day, these folks at the top can't make money paying livable wages to all of us. Okay, they're going to get rid of everyone they don't want in the breeding pool, all the unwanteds, and it's not just colors, it's disabilities and, other identities and anything that's not Chad, they want out of here. Okay, and it's not to make it a better world. That's the real kicker. When we are all gone, it's not going to be better. It will just be what is left. What is left? If everything is run by AI, automation, robots, what is left for the workers? And as Joy Reid, who's been replying to some of the comments, she replied to one of mine, yay, where I was like, if they're peasants in China, then how did they give us a loan if they're the peasants? She was like, yeah, good question. And someone else was saying, so if they're calling it peasant work over there and they want to bring those jobs to America, are they saying they want Americans to work as peasants? Are they calling Americans peasants? And also, very good question. Are you? I feel like that was foretelling a little more, but of course the Ray Rays don't think that far ahead. All they think of is, yeah, stupid Chinese peasants, you wish you were American. Like, oh boy. Have you seen the AI videos of they're like the future of American workers, and it's all these just overweight people in fields and doing sweatshop work for 2 cents an hour? And was that the greatness that you wanted? Like, is it enough lib tears? There's no more libs. Libs are outlawed now. They don't exist. And again, the sad thing with these people is because a lot of them are narcissists, they're just going to look for the next thing. They're like locusts. They're termites. They're always hungry. They're always going to be looking for the next thing to eat at. They are never happy when there's no more brown people and no more gay people and no more other people, and it's just women and men. And then we're separating them. We're separating them by what they wear, their body type, their hair color, their eye color. If they're a little too tan, are they the super palest ones? They'll start finding weird things to nitpick at because they have to. They have to have an exclusionary club that's of better and worse. Otherwise, they don't know what to do. That's like the main part of the culture, really, is the hierarchy. That's why they love flags so much. I figured this out the other day. Every time I see them with their cars, I'm like, what is it with flags? You know what? It's because when you haven't done any of the work, you can just walk up to something and stick a fucking flag in it and go, this is mine now because I put a flag up. Yeah, I claimed it. I claimed this. That's the culture. That's the culture. That's why they love flags, because flags are a way of taking something you didn't do anything for this. You did nothing for this. You're just going to stick it up and go, woo, or you're going to use it to be annoying, or you're using it to stake your claim, but it just shows that you ain't do shit. You took it from someone else and you stuck up a flag so that everyone knows you took this. That's literally what it does. Literally shows what you took. And when you think of it that way, it kind of changes how you feel about like having 800 of them on your property, unless you are that person, Temecula, and you love reminding everyone that you enjoy colonization and taking things that you didn't build and claiming it for yourself and all the glory that went with the hard work that someone else did. Yeah, the dudes at the top aren't going to make more money by paying American wages. So at some point, somebody's going to figure that out. It'll be too late, but they'll be grateful for the crumbs.